Hey, what's up? So this is day 5, 3, 4, 5, maybe day 6. Doesn't really matter. You'll see it on the whatever I wrote down of my what's it called? 30-day vlogging experiment is what I will call it. And so today is the Monday after the Beltane Fire Festival, and I went to work, and that was all fine. And then, the piece that I want to share is that I was driving after work, got off about an hour early, and then had an opportunity to think about some stuff, and I was thinking about my, I have a niece, and she's old enough now, I think, where she can handle something responsibly. So I want to get her a gift. She doesn't live around here, but I never really had a lot of nice things when I was a kid. So I was like, that's what I want to do for the kids, for my sister's kids, is like hook them up with that nice thing. But they got to be old enough. I'm not interested in buying silly things. It's not who I am. So they got to wait till they get older. And so I'm going to get her an iPod. She's too young for an iPhone, I think, but an iPod, and just like, get it really nice. And it was the thing though, is that there's other kids. And so it's like, okay, so my sister has 3 children. So for the one is too small to know, so that doesn't matter. But another one is a bit bigger. And so here's the thing. It's like, so just say, for what it's worth, 2 kids that I am concerned about. And the question is, must I get them both gifts? And the answer for me is no. Because I just think that, what I'm going to say to the little man, I'd be like, dude, you're not old enough. When the time comes, when you get a little bit older and you're ready to handle something that is worth a little bit of money and is nice, then it will be your turn. But you have to wait your turn, It's like, because there's this thing that I've heard before, it's like fair. What is fair? I was like, oh, it's not fair. It's like, fair? Fair is not having what others have. Fair is having everything you need. Like, if you look at you, it's like, do you have absolutely everything that you need? Yes. All right. Well, you're doing pretty good. You don't need to look at the person beside you and say, oh, well, I want something just because they have something. That's also called keeping up with the Joneses, I think. That's a part of that whole thing. It's like using somebody else's, what they have, as like a basis for comparison. No, but that's to do with social status and stuff. But anyways, yeah, and I'm just going to explain it to him. Be like, so, you never know, like down the road, like we're talking, if it's a little boy, depends on what his interests are. It could be a camera. It could be a synthesizer, that's the ideas or a drone, like something, this is what I'm working with. So it's like, I just got to lay it down. And I think that he'll understand, kids are smart, it's like, if you can break it down, then they can understand it. It's like that thing, I don't know if it was Einstein that said, if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, then you probably don't understand it yourself. So it's going to be my thing, explaining things to this little man. But pretty excited about that. So I was just, I was driving home and I was thinking about this thing and what I'm going to get engraved on the back. And, I'm going to fill it full of tunes. It's not just, here's a blank thing. I'm going to put the most beautiful music as far as dance and electronic music goes for a little girl, to give her a start. Be like, here you go. This is a start into some music. This is some of the music that I very much enjoy, that brings me joy. So I'm going to yeah, and, I started crying because it's just like I feel I don't know, almost a little bashful, but about being, it's like, no, I can be proud of myself. It is nice to do things like that. It's like I love me and I love how nice that I am. I really make an effort to be thoughtful and nice and inclusive with everybody, but also like stand by my principles where it's not just about buying gifts for people. I think that if I was just to do that, I feel like that would reinforce that kind of an idea. Whereas if you break it down and be like, hey, it's just not your time, then this is what is taught. And that's what's important, is the action. It's not the words, it's the action. So just to be that example of like, this is what my maturity looks like. This is how I choose to handle this situation. And I went into the health food store and I miss the girls in there. I sometimes go in when I don't even need anything just to say hi, and just, yeah, because I love their faces. And yeah, and one of them moved away and I was like, oh no, super sad, because I'm healthy now, so I don't really need a lot from that store. I used to go there a lot more, but now but it was great, going in and connecting with the ladies in there and telling about my day and like about my fire festival and about the phone or the iPod thing with my niece. And yeah, that was just was another beautiful little thing. I love, like I go to the health food store, or say there's this other place where it's all eco refills, and like I know everybody's name. They say, how are you? And I say, I'm good. How are you? And they say, good. And I was like, no, but how are you? There's a difference. How are you? How are you? And I care. Yeah, it's not just, it's more than even just knowing the person's name, It's like everybody's a person. Everybody deserves to be treated with respect and to be acknowledged as somebody. They're not just ringing your goods through. This is a human being that yeah, it's just nice to acknowledge people. So I learned the name of a new girl who works at the eco store today, and yeah, I just so that's it. That's my 2 cents for the day. Just, it's how lovely it is to make an effort with each other.